Mambo. Alright, family. I just want to talk to you about how black people in America have not been receiving justice for crimes committed to them, against them by law enforcement officers. Alright? Now, you have numerous incidences numerous cases where white police officers have gunned down unarmed, innocent black people. Some who are just running away, being shot multiple times in the back while running. The officers, when the police officers are in court, they're not even, they'll face trial, but you have to understand something. White supremacy is an agenda, okay? So the system, the courts and the departments, the police departments, they already have it in their minds that they're going to target black people, whether armed or unarmed, There's a time where this was not happening as much, but now it's happening a whole lot more often. And you have to understand it's an agenda. Like, this is pre-planned. They're doing these things knowing that they're going to get off, knowing that they're going to tell the world through the media that the officer's going to face charges, but they know already that they're going to clear these officers because it's an agenda. They want to eliminate black people. So they want to gain the trust of the black people, first of all, by suggesting they're going to file charges. But as they gain that trust, they're secretly plotting on how to find the officer not guilty, and doing so in a way that the community is not angry or going to cause an uproar. So they drag their feet through the whole judicial process. An incident can happen back in 2015, and we don't hear about the outcome until 2 years later, 2017. All right, and the outcome is not in the victim's favor. They always want to clear the officers. Oh, we didn't find any wrongdoing. We didn't find that the officer knowingly discharged his weapon to harm the person. Like, whether it was knowingly, first of all, he knowingly did it. Second of all, whether he knowingly intentionally wanted to harm the person or not is irrelevant, because the fact of the matter is the person was unarmed and he was still shot and killed. A civilian couldn't get away with that. Just because someone's sworn in as a law enforcement officer but has hatred in their mind doesn't mean they should get away with that either. A law enforcement officer is still a human being, and it gives them no right to take another human being's life, someone who's not armed. And people may argue, oh, well, the officer felt like their life was threatened. How can you feel like your life is threatened when someone's running away from you and you shoot them in the back? How can you feel like your life is threatened when someone has their arms up in the air and you shoot them? How can you feel like your life is threatened when someone's in the passenger seat following orders? They attempt to get out of the car because they're following orders, and then you shoot them. That's not fearing for your life. That's cold blood, premeditated murder. They know that there's a black person they're responding to in a call, or they know it's a black person that they're pulling over in a vehicle, and this is predetermined by them. They are wanting to intentionally inflict harm and kill. These courts and the media, they all plot together on how to to break the news to the public to where it's really strategic. They're trying to figure out a way to break the news to the public to where the public is not going to be in an uproar. So they're trying to be deceitful, you know. They're trying to cover up and sugarcoat the fact that justice is not being served, you know. You can't sugarcoat the fact that there's not any justice, because injustice is injustice. There's no way to sugarcoat it. And when the courts say, oh, well, I didn't find any wrongdoing on the officer's behalf, or we didn't find any wrongdoing on the officer's behalf. Okay, first of all, who's making the decisions? Are there black people present? And are there majority of black people present, or is there an equal number of black people present as opposed to white people? And how many people in the community get to say, get a say so in the matter, you know? See, excuse me, my mouth is dry, but they're letting people down, and you know, I just want to share with you that the truth. You know, they know what's going on is wrong, and they're trying not to serve justice for the victims and the family because it's an agenda. It's a white supremacist agenda. Why you think all these courts and governments are allowing white supremacists to speak openly in public and spread their hate messages? It's an agenda. Be awake, be aware, and still continue to fight for justice.